How did the Dewalt mechanics tools fare after 4 years of use? We'll find out in just a moment. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. I'm going to admit right out of the gate, we don't have anything new to review today on Shop Tool Reviews. Well, I mean, we have new things in the shop that need to be reviewed, but nothing right in front of us. What we have in front of us is the Dewalt DWMT 726-28, and it's their 192-piece mechanics tool set. Mostly ratchets and sockets, no wrenches in here, also not much filler either. Anyway, we reviewed this like 4 years ago, not like 4 years ago. In 2017, we reviewed this kit, really liked it then, did like a 6-minute review on it, and that was about it. But we wanted to say, you know what, let's bring some of these back and do a follow-up and see did we have any troubles with it and that sort of thing. We thought it'd be fun. So here we go, let's get started. We'll take a closer look at these and then we'll talk about how well they fared and what we think of them. Now typically I do not like these blow molded cases, especially for large mechanic sets. But in this case, this has fared very well. As we mentioned in the opening, this is over 4 years old. It's been around the shop over 4 years, so who knows when it was manufactured. But I think one of the reasons why it is held together and stayed together as a case is because you not only have clasp over here on the front side, but you also have them midway on each side as well. So it gives it a lot more integrity as far as holding the box together so those sockets aren't falling everywhere and frustrating you every time you open it. So again, I like those intermediate, I'm calling it intermediate, but those clasps that are on the side as well as on the front, and the fact that they are metal clasps. So let's open this up and maybe everything won't fall out. Look at there. Held together pretty well. Model number on this, again, we probably already mentioned that, is the DWMT 726-28, and this is a 192-piece set. I really like the way this set is laid out. Makes it very easy, and again, I'm typically not a fan of these blow molded, mechanics cases because A, there's usually, or 1A, whatever you want to call it, first, there's typically tons of filler in here. So you got little bitty 1/4-inch bits and everything to make it up. That's not the case in this. We have a lot of sockets and ratchets. We do have 2 Allen wrench sets, but hey, that's great to have. We've got a SAE set as well, or fractional as well as metric set. The rest of this are sockets that you're probably going to use. Yeah, there's a few socket bits here, but it's all just your Allen head or hex head and your Torx head. So again, something you're going to be using quite frequently. Anyway, the rest of this is pure blown sockets, ratchets, extensions, things that you're going to go to all the time. I'm also very impressed that this has made its way through different vehicles. I believe it rode in my son's car for quite a while as his go-to back and forth to college, and the only thing we're missing is one adapter right here. But I thought it'd be neat to kind of cover something after 4 years. Many times we cover a brand new tool and we don't go back to it and really kind of tell you how it's fared, and I've been very impressed with these Dewalt mechanics tools. First, they're made in Taiwan. They're not made in China. They do have a lifetime warranty as well. I like the here on the base of the sockets, they have some knurling there, so you can easily grasp that with your hand or even with a glove and be able to give a little bit of a grip on there anyway. Maybe not so much when they're oily, but still that little bit of knurling does seem to help. They're also engraved very well, not just laser etching, so that's not going to go away. You can easily identify what the size is on it. Back to the layout of this box. Again, I really like it. We've got our ratchets here, so we've got our 1/4-inch, 3/8, and 1/2-inch drive ratchets here, and we'll get back to the tooth count here in just a moment. Then we've got all our extensions, and then what we have is our 1/4-inch right here in deep well, and our shallow well. So our shallow well here, and so metric on this side, SAE on this side, and that will carry all the way through this toolkit. All the SAE over here, all the metric is over here, whether that be in 1/2-inch drive deep well, in 1/2-inch drive shallow well, in 1/4-inch shallow and deep, as well as 3/8 deep. All of that's going to remain the same. All your metrics are going to be on your right if you're facing it, and then all of your SAE is over here. So very easy to go to. So again, I like not having that mismatch wherever you go. And then even getting into over here, some of the bits. And we have some hex bits or Allen bits. And that's going to be 5/32, 3/16, 1/4 inch, 5/16, and then we start metric. So not as many SAE over here on these bits, but we do have a few all the way up to 5/16, and then we start in metric, going from 4mm all the way up to 8mm, and then we start our torques that goes from 10 all the way up to 45. So we even get a 45, T45 Torx 3/8 bit here. Now the sockets have, I believe DeWalt calls it their direct torque technology, basically where you have the reliefs in the corners so that the socket's actually biting on the flats of the fasteners and not on the corners of the fasteners. And I have not had any issues with their sockets whatsoever, not damaged any, as well as haven't stripped any bolts. So they've done very well for us, and it's just a really easy assortment of sockets and ratchets to go to. We even have some spark plug sockets here in the 13/16, and we have our 3/4 as well as our 5/8. So have our 3 spark plug sockets here, and then we have a few universal joints as well. We have the 1/4 inch, 3/8, and the 1/2 inch. Now in the extensions, we have everything from a 9-inch extension, our 6-inch extension, and our 3-inch extension, and each of those in the 1/4 inch as well as 3/8, and then in the 9-inch we have the 1/2 inch as well. Wanted to confirm here, yes, okay, 10-inch. So 10-inch extension. So we have our 6, our 3, and our 10s, and again we have each of those in all of the sizes, and then even the adapters, 3/8 to 1/4, 1/4 to 3/8, and what used to go there was a 1/2 inch to 3/4, but that one has been lost. Now let's take a look at these ratchets. These ratchets have a nice teardrop design, nice oval handle that's easy to hold, and they're very heavy. So they're heavy in the hand, so I like good weight in a ratchet. I don't like it light. They're going to hold up well. Also get a directional lever here, as well as a push button for the detent. So you're going to push this to relieve the ball and release your sockets. So going on, you're going to have to push the button, because you can see here it won't go past that ball detent. Push the button, it's going to slide on, and then coming off, it's not going to come off unless you push that button. So nice strong hold there, and we have the reliefs here in the square itself where the anvil fits that's holding that ball detent to keep that socket in place. Let's take a look at these ratchets. So we've got basically some T9 Torx screws to hold the ratchet guts in here. Just want to take a look. I don't remember what tooth count it was on these. I know it's not real fine. At the same time, I think we get overboard nowadays with going too fine on these things. Okay, so looks like 18 per quarter, so 18, 18, 36, 36, 36, so 72, yeah. 72 tooth count on these, that's absolutely fine. I think 90 is probably prime, but at the same time for strength, that 72 tooth design is going to work very well. Single paw design, so you get a lot of engagement on that ratchet gear, which is very important. When you want strength, you want good engagement. You don't want little tiny engagement, and a lot of times those dual paw designs do not provide a lot of surface area engaging those teeth. So that's a great design there. Should last a long time as long as it's maintained. 2 ball bearings there, should be springs under that, and a blade there that keeps this engaged. So we just lost a bearing. No O-rings here, but again, nothing too critical. I mean, you're typically only going to see that on your higher dollar tool truck products, but nice looking ratchet. And again, as I mentioned, I really like the weight of it. And see if we work now. Oh yeah. Also, like these ratchets and sockets, they seem to clip in pretty well to kind of retain their hold in the case there. So again, it's what's helped this kind of retain its form and stay in this case, not be put on rails and everything else. So, you know, I know that we all like to have our sockets and ratchets in our toolboxes, and quite frankly, I agree with you. However, there's always those kits that need to be for on the go. I've loaned this out to several people. You know, family members have used it for quite some time, you know, during different times, and it's worked out very well. And again, held its shape and stayed in place. Lifetime warranty on these as well, so kind of hard to pass up. This kit has done very well, as we mentioned. I mean, it's rode through a vehicle going to college and back. It's gone through, you know, different people that have wanted to borrow tools, handed out to them, and thankfully it's come back with only one missing tool, and quite frankly, I probably lost it or borrowed the adapter for some other set. I really like Dewalt's ratchets. This is a 72 tooth. I think they've got some 90 tooth counts as well, but this has got it's really heavy. It's got a lot of good weight to it, very solid handle, very elliptical handle, so comfortable to hold. Obviously, it's going to be pretty slick with oil on it, but I like an all chrome ratchet. I'm not crazy about the comfort grips. But anyway, so I really like their tool design. I also like that they're made in Taiwan. Lifetime warranty on these. Have not had any problems with stripping or breaking any of these, so they've fared very, very well. I also like the fact that we get, you know, the whole set of SAE and metric, and I like how they divided it. On the left-hand side, if you're facing it, there's all the SAE. On the right-hand side is all the metric, and that goes for the Allen wrenches as well that we have in this kit. So just a really solid kit. Now let me tell you the price on this. Right now you can buy this for $167. So lifetime warranty kit, pretty much all ratchets and sockets, and you're paying less than $1 a piece for some good quality stuff. So you ought to check it out. And I think you can buy that for $167 on Amazon as well as Home Depot. We'll have a link in the description. Hey, if you don't mind, would you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well? And would you hit that like button if you liked our video? Give us that thumbs up. And even that subscribe button. Maybe even hit the bell notification. That's going to notify you when we have new videos available. We really appreciate it. By the way, have a great day and keep smiling.